mace-waving orcs to rise up out of it. His confidence in my driving abilities had clearly taken a battering. I caught a glimpse of something odd in a gully beside the road and slowed down for a closer look. "What is it?" asked Lance. "Thought I saw a wheel." I stopped, reversed. "This isn't Reynolds Road." "Fella had just rolled his car." "Yeah, in Reynolds Road." Might not have known exactly where he was. Reynolds might have been where he was heading. I stared down into the shadows. Nothing. Lance twisted around, his belly lolling over the seatbelt. "Jess, we have to go." "Give me a second." I lowered the window and scoped the gully with my maglight. The wind and the rain came sweeping in. We both got wet laps. There was a tangle of shapes and shades down there. Bushes, tree trunks, a twisting creek, fantail ferns, and a half-circle, a wheel in the air. I moved the beam and a rectangle of metal pipes and plates appeared. The wheel was attached to an overturned car. Was it a historic wreck, or was it the object of our search? I moved the torch again. Not historic. There was a body halfway out the window. Lance called it in while I scrambled down the slope. I was relieved to see the body sketch a vague wave as I drew near. "You right there, mate?" I asked. He gave a drunken mumble in response. I helped him out of the car. He was in his 30s, rubber-jawed, red-eyed, breath smelling like the back bar of the Satellite Hotel. He slumped to the ground, groped for his phone, tried to take a selfie, managed to take one of his own feet. "For the assurance," he mumbled. "Yeah, right." I gave him the once-over. He seemed okay. I tried a breathalyzer, but had trouble getting enough breath out of the bloke to take a reading. I was still trying when Lance arrived, panting. "How is he?" "Pissed as a public urinal." "Ambulance will be here in 20 minutes, he said. "CFA 20 seconds, he added, glancing back down the road along which a set of flashing lights were approaching. Those guys never gave up. Danny Clarion came surfing in on a black mud wave. "Just got a call," he said. "Tree down at Wycliffe Rise." "Trees are down everywhere." "This one's killed someone." Wycliffe Rise? I'd never heard of it. Then again, there were a lot of things around here I hadn't heard of. The ranges around us went all the way to Queensland. Half their luck. I was still trying to get my bearings in this part of the world. Main thing I'd learned so far was where to buy the best coffee and pies. "How far's this Wycliffe Rise?" "Night like this," said Danny. "Half an hour." A tree toppled in the distance. "One of those hits you, maybe forever." I nodded at the car below us. Its driver flopped back against the wheel, arms akimbo. Rain fell into his mouth. One of his shoes had come off. "You know this joker?" Danny peered at the car, frowned and shone the torch on its driver. "Geez, Lenny," he said. "Third time in less than a year." "Sorry, Danny," Lenny said, then vomited onto his phone. The Greendale car arrived, its crew a pair of constables just starting their shift. I wanted to get to Wycliffe in a hurry, so I handed the drunken Lenny over to them, and Lance and I set off. A string of washouts and diversions meant the trip took longer than expected. As we rounded a bend, I caught an unexpected sight in the headlights. A white horse cantering through the bush alongside the road. A young woman, maybe a girl, in the saddle. She vanished as swiftly as she'd appeared. "See that?" I asked Lance. "What?" "Girl on a horse." He glanced around, but whoever it was, they were long gone. "You're seeing a lot of things tonight," Lance grunted. He was a decent enough bloke, but not what you'd call dynamic. He'd been on the job for 20 years and had risen to the heady heights of senior constable. I wouldn't have blamed him if he was pissed off that I'd been appointed officer in charge of the satellite station, but if so, he was hiding.